I know what you're thinking, but yes, it's real. The Trying to Be Grown podcast is back. I am your host, Damani Carter, drinking water while I'm doing the intro. Is my esteemed co-host, Mr. Byron Keaton. Byron, how you doing today?
First of all, I don't drink water like that. Straight Powerade over here. Two,
Whatever.
I'm doing all right. I can't complain. Another day, another dollar.
Hmm.
But
Well, sure.
wait. We not about to. Since the last time we didn't had a podcast, some things have changed.
Yep, they have changed a little bit.
You
Well, you want?
black people don't like to celebrate themselves, so I guess I got to do. Y'all are now looking at not the old Damani Carter y'all may have known. This is now the Coach Carter. Go ahead and tell them what you are now, Damani.
I recently accepted a position as the defensive line coach at one of my alma maters, Northeastern State University. I'm the new D-line coach, and hey, ain't no breaks in coaching. I wish they would have told me that when they took the job. Ain't no off days, nothing. It's just work. It's a lot of work, and that's part of the reason we ain't been on the pod. I've been moving, doing a whole bunch of stuff, but enjoying it so far. Really enjoying it. And I'm glad to be here. Nice new chapter in my life. It's cool. It's cool. It's part of what I wanted to do. It was dope.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So y'all see this? Go ahead and send Damani some of your praise, whether it's through text message, Instagram,
Okay.
Snapchat, whatever y'all using nowadays. Let them know. Because he
Ain't,
wasn't gonna tell nobody.
I was gonna tell y'all eventually. I was just gonna see it.
Hey, Damani, how long you been coaching? How many people have seen it now?
A bunch of people have seen it.
No.
I've seen it. Nah, for real. But now I'm telling you, y'all would have seen it. But anyways, if y'all notice, I'm in the new spot, and I'm over here like the Bulls in '94, Byron. You know why?
Wow.
I ain't got no mic. The internet down. It's not even. Excuse me. It's not like they don't have a fiber cable in the new spot yet, because this is a relatively new apartment. So I'm out here on the phone camera with the phone cell connectivity. So that's why you're getting the strange picture. I'm in a different environment. But hey, we're gonna make it work. Had to get back to the pod sooner rather than later. So here we are, back again. Byron, how you been? How's lawyerly life?
No, it's the same, man. Can't complain. It's the work every day. It ain't no days off. It's no matter what you do, you will never be caught up. Is what I've realized. You can
Yeah.
work extremely hard, try to get ahead. As soon as you get ahead, something new pop up, and you go right back to square one.
Mm-hmm. Hey, them 4 hours they be adding up. I already know.
But the other thing, finished up my softball league this summer. Had a good time with that. Turned into Barry Bonds, started hit a grand slam. One game, 2 home runs in that game.
You keep your bat. Wouldn't surprise me if you did.
No, I didn't keep the bat. It was somebody else's bat. I didn't buy a bat.
No, I'm saying
that season ended. We got
average. Did you keep your stats?
No, I should have. Well, no, because at the beginning of the year I was trash. I was just hitting a whole bunch of line drives. I wasn't hitting home runs. So once it clicked.
Oh, it clicked, huh?
It clicked, and the last 5 games, I think I had 6 home runs.
Congratulations, Stank Aaron. I appreciate you sharing it. Just the big with us, because
that ain't it.
Nah, you was on Instagram with it, talking about, hey, every time that you had a good game, everybody knew about it. So I appreciate you keeping us up about stuff like that.
And if I had a bad game, I was not going to post anything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's consistent with who you are. That's very consistent with who you are.
Now I'm out here playing flag football.
Are you breaking ankles? Well, I'm concerned, because in Little Rock, there's that's where the athletes are. So.
Hey, bro, I ain't had no problems out there.
I'm just tell you this: don't get broke off because if I see it, I'm going to repost it. I'm definitely going to repost it. I need somebody.
Yeah,
Hey,
and I
everybody
would.
in the Little Rock area, I will pay not top dollar, but the top dollar I have for any footage of Byron Keaton getting broke off in flag football. And I right hand to the man.
I, I haven't seen anyone that can break me off. However, I will say this: I am not good at pulling like the little flags off. Like I can touch them and all that, but I can't. I'm terrible at pulling off the flags.
I mean, that's kind of an obstacle to being good at flag football, Byron. I hate that for you.
I'm offense. Offense, I'm good though. I can still get picks.
Well,
But yeah,
as we'll just go ahead and cascade off of that. Go ahead and if you haven't already, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. Tell us about it. Tell us about what you've been waiting to hear in this little hiatus that we took. This is probably the longest break we've taken. Uh, but yeah, I'm going to give you the rundown. Everything will be tagged with the times and description. You see something you like, see something you don't. Go ahead and get to it. We will be talking about the top 5 albums of our generation. I'm doing this off the dome. Byron just formulated this idea in the last 5 minutes, so I'm going into this blind. He already had an idea about it, but I'm going into this completely blind. And what was the other thing we were going to talk about?
you know, the most important thing: should talking stages exist?
Oh yeah, there we go. That's the next one. That's the next one. I really got to start writing these down, so I'm not unprepared. But yeah, we're gonna delve into that conversation as best the two of us can. We really got to get some more guests on here. We really got to get Will back on because he got some great content. I'm not gonna say great opinions because the opinions are kind of trash, but we need to get him back on here. We need to get some recurring guests. We need to get some people back on. So leave a comment, hit the DMs, tell us who you want to see. But getting into this album debate, maybe the topic. What you got? What do you think of the top 5 albums of our generation?
So I will easily say the first three are pretty solidified, or at least they should be solidified. You might not agree with my one. You probably only will agree with two, maybe, but you won't agree with the order I already know. Number one, I'm going Nothing Was the Same. I feel that's the most complete album of our generation. 2 and 3, I go back and forth with depending on the day. However, today I'm going to give the edge to Take Care. 3, I'm going Born Center.
Wow.
4, what? I love Born Center.
All right. Okay. I'm cool with that.
Um,
I'm cool with that, but I mean, it should be higher. But go ahead.
4, I gotta go with Kanye. I think I want to go. Is it Graduation? Let me make sure.
When did
What's all
graduation?
on Graduation? That's our generation.
Okay, well then you got to include like the Carters and all that other. Like when does our generation start?
As soon as we were alive and able to listen to music, man.
Okay, then we got to have a totally different conversation because that's going back to like what, oh 02? That's a long way. That is a long way to go back.
What's wrong with it? Yeah, that's fine with me.
I was thinking like post our adolescence. So I'm thinking what year did we turn 13? I was thinking like 2010 on. And graduation might be post 2010, but I don't think it is. Is it?
It ain't. It's 2007.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't think
So,
graduation.
so, so, so graduation can't fit in.
I'm saying it depends on the conversation we're having because we're talking about like when I was 10, then that's like a different window than when I was 13.
So when did Take Care drop?
Take Care dropped when we
2011. 2011. So we going from like you saying 2010 on.
yeah, I'm saying like I turned 13 in
Okay.
2010. You turned 13 in 2010. I think that's like a good marker as to like our generation.
When the Carter 3 drop?
Carter 3 was before that. It's probably like 08, 09.
2008. Yeah, it was 08. Dang, what's my other two then? It's gonna be tough now.
Can I remind you that Just Hold On, We're Going On is on Nothing Was the Same? Like, that's on there, right?
Yep. Great song.
It's worse
One of
than
the most streamed songs ever.
it's worse than every song on Take Care. Every one of them.
I disagree. So if we have to, do I want to go? What albums Mac Miller drop? You do your top three. I'm gonna come back to my last two. Now you got me thinking.
My top three.
Do your top three, and we can do top two, last two, and then.
All right. Well, I mean, you said one already. You got Born Center. You got Take Care at the second spot, and at the third spot, I'm still wrestling.
You a good kid, Mad City guy?
I am. I don't think it's. I think it might sneak into my top five. It's not gonna be in my top three though. I'm not taking Good Kid, Mad City over Nothing Was the Same. As much as that hurts me to say, because I love Kendrick, but I'm not taking that over Nothing Was the Same. Well, maybe. Nah, I can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it.
So what's your last two?
You just said top. You said top three.
Yeah, you only named one.
No, I said Born Center, Take Care. One and two.
So you got one more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm. What did My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy come out?
That's 2010. So that you can do that. That was one I was thinking about. But I refuse to put two Kanye's in mine. It's my only problem.
And see, yeah, that's tough because it's definitely not better than Graduation. I don't know if it's top five. Oh, it's too tough. I should have
talking about the life of Pablo.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious, bro.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is definitely better than The Life of Pablo. Not close.
Hey, bro. Not. Go back and look through The Life of Pablo. Tell me how many skips are on that album. Tell me how many skips are on The Life of Pablo.
There's a few. There's definitely a few. There's none on My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. There's zero.
There definitely is. Definitely is.
No, there is not. Not a single one.
That song, it is. I can go to it right now.
There's not a skip on my.
First of all,
it's 13 songs, dog.
It's Monster. Nobody want to hear that with Nicki.
Monster's a skip.
Nobody want to hear that. That is a skip for me.
Hold on. Just 1 second. Hold on. Just
Monster is a skip for me.
Automobile Gangster with a bad that came from Sri Lanka. Are you serious?
Hey, bro. First of all, don't be here quoting no Nicki lyrics.
Hey,
nah, bro.
No. All right, you can hate on Nicki as much as you want. You can hate on Nicki as much as you want. I'm not talking about like super bass Nicki. I'm not talking about like.
I like super bass.
You know what? That's characteristic of who you are right there. You're not gonna get no respect to Monster, but you're sitting here saying that you like super bass. No. Yeah. No. And that verse was hard.
What about? Oh, of course you don't think this is a skip. Solo Paul with Kanye, Jay-Z, well clearly Kanye, Pusha T, Sci-Hi, Swiss Beats, and all that.
Are you serious?
Skip. I don't think I've ever played that whole entire song. That's how much I skip it. I
met her on Valentine's Day or in May. She found out about April, so she chose to March. Come on now. Come on. Let's be serious here. Let's be for real.
Nope.
Let's be for real. You're not serious.
It's 13 songs, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 songs saved from that album.
Nah, dog. I mean, I just can't. I can't do it with you and the Kanye stuff because if you don't like, what's the one with Black Skinhead on it?
Jesus.
If you don't like Jesus, I mean, understandable. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. There are no skips on the album, and this is from somebody who initially said I don't like. I prejudged because I really didn't like. I mean, All of the Lights just got played out to me. I think it was a good song. I don't think it's a great one. And
that's a great song.
Runaway. I was never a huge fan. I was never either.
I'm a huge Runaway fan.
But I was so focused on the fact that man, everybody gassing these songs are really not all that great that I didn't give the album enough credence. If you look at the album that has been played on my phone the most over the last year, it might be My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
I can't put it in my top 5. It's probably 7. It's not top 5.
You know what? You've talked me into it. My beautiful dark twisted fantasy is 3 in our generation. It's 3.
Well, that's wrong. But so okay, what do you think is the best song on that album?
On my beautiful dark twisted fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
Um. hmm.
It's only 3 choices, in my opinion.
What are your 3?
No order. Any of these 3 can be the best song on the album. Blame Game, Dark Fantasy, and Gorgeous.
I mean, they are great songs, though. They really are. You know what's crazy? You know, the one that I'm probably gonna pick. It's weird to pick this one, and I feel like all of the songs on this album, like this is a weird one because most albums I have some that are up here, some that are down here. All of them run like right there for me. All of them, like all of them run like right there. But this song was actually remixed on a mixtape by my favorite artist, and I would argue that the remix is better, like slightly better, slightly better. Do you know which one I'm going to say?
Who was your favorite artist?
You know who my favorite artist is?
Is it J. Cole or Jay Z? Is my question. I don't know which one your favorite artists are those two.
Oh, it's Jay Z. Jay Z is the GOAT. You know what? I'm glad that you said that. For is going third. My beautiful dark twisted fantasy is going fourth.
Wait, what's third?
4, 4, 4.
I don't think it's any song. I may have one song from that whole entire album on my phone right now.
That's because you don't have good taste in music, Byron. I mean, you're just telling on yourself there, and that's fine.
I told you I like New York music. Old New York music, that ain't me.
But
play
you
some
like
drill
drill.
music, you got it.
Like drill.
Nope,
But
that's new. That's new. That's new. They don't sound like New York music.
You an Ice Spice fan?
Hey man.
Hey, bro, you're correct. You are correct.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro.
I mean, she knows what she's doing.
Bro, yeah, you can't turn her music off. Like, have you seen the video? That's one that's like got like 3 million views on Twitter. Where they're talking about she ain't talking about nothing.
Yeah.
I have to listen all the way through it because it's just I don't know, bro. It's like she don't say nothing and it don't make sense, but you got to keep listening. I don't know, bro.
You telling on yourself heavily right here. Like you just big time telling on yourself.
You remember when I said in the group chat maybe 1 or 2 weeks ago, I'm like, it's terrible, but it's good. I was like, I can't explain it.
I mean, I can tell you what people watching the video. That ain't hard to explain. That's very easy to explain why people are watching the video.
But also, it makes sense that I like listening to it because I like drill music. She be trying to use all these drill beats now. So, it may just be the beats. That's what I say. I say it's the beats that's hard. And she just be saying like on there. But anyways, what's the song?
The song or the remake?
Song and remix.
Lil is the remix. You should know the song, dog.
Bro, I ain't putting 2 to 2 together, bro.
Rick Ross's best verse. You looking at it right now.
Oh, Devil in a New Dress. I got that one saved. I ain't heard it in a while
though. That's the best Rick Ross verse I have ever heard.
Oh, that's the one Kanye told him do that again.
Mm-hmm. He said it wasn't hard enough.
He sent him back. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Boy. Spinning Teddy Final is my J Burns. That's A.
Hey, Damani, I hear you though, but I don't think I can put that over the Life of Pablo. Like honestly,
I'm definitely putting that over the Life of Pablo. It's not even close. Not close.
The Life of Pablo really does not have a skip. I don't think. Let me go see. Because you got Ultralight Beams to start it off. Name one song on the other one better than Ultralight Beam.
a great song, and I can name. Just go ahead. Just go ahead. I'm gonna just say it's a great song, and I'm gonna let you keep going, so we don't have to hinder this
Father,
process.
stretch my hands. Father, stretch my hands.
Great
Part
song.
1 and 2.
Hmm.
Can't skip.
I still,
Famous.
I still do my planks to Father Stretch My Hands because it's right over 2 minutes. Famous is a good one.
Okay, you can skip this one. Feedback. You can skip that one.
Byron, I've never listened to Feedback all the way through. I think one time when I listened to the album all the way through, that's the last time I listened to Feedback all the way through.
Low Lights sounds amazing. It's basically like an interlude.
Hmm. I like Lola.
Highlights. Amazing song. Ain't no way, bro. I'm let it go, but
I think
Freestyle
we
4.
could be friends. Come on, man.
Yeah. I love that song.
You heard that. When you heard him come on the beat like that, you knew the song was gonna be terrible, dog. You
Bro,
knew
you
this.
don't know how many
Come on,
bro, you
man.
don't know how many times I played that song. Freestyle 4, what is that? That one not bad. That one not bad.
Trash.
It ain't good.
Garbage.
It's solid.
Garbage.
I look I love Kanye.
I'm fine with that one. I'm fine with that one. That's
Okay.
poetry.
Waves,
Great song.
a classic.
hmm When you get the wolves, I'm.
FML. Wait, tell me what's wrong with Wolves?
Oh, I mean, I love wolves. That's what I'm saying. Wolves.
Oh,
Wolves is a never skip for me. FML
you
is a
got Real Friends. How many of us? Great song. Wolves. You got French Track. You got another intermission. I don't know what that song is. 30 Hours.
beautiful.
No More Parties in LA.
Never been high on that one.
Facts, Fade, and then St. Pablo. Hey, bro. He dropped a 20-song album, and I'm going. You take out the 2 interludes, so that's 18. I'm giving them 16 out of 18, bro.
6 skips.
I disagree.
Six
Life of
skips.
Pablo.
That's a third. That's a third of the album I'm skipping. No. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy at 4, 444 at 3, and at 5. At 5. I'm gonna regret this later because I can't think of every album that I've heard that I've loved. All right. At 5. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
In the Trap, Sing McKnight, Travis Scott. That's the one I didn't expect.
I'm a.
0 skips on that one. No skips. No bad songs. Nothing.
I like Travis. I don't know if he's top 5. I don't
No,
know
I'm
if
not.
that's a
Him
top 5.
as an artist, he's definitely not top 5.
I know, but I'm talking about that album.
I'm
Because
tripping.
I don't think Birth and Trap is better than Rodeo.
It is. It definitely is. But the reason I'm tripping is I forgot about Kendrick. Kendrick definitely fits in there above the Travis Scott. So I'm going to get Kid Man City at 5.
Okay. Before you finalize your 5th one, is there any Future album that deserves to be in there?
Ooh.
Whether it's Dirty Sprite 2, Hendrix,
No.
any of them? Do any of
So with Future, my thing is this, right? It's kind of the same deal with My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Because if you look at like the songs on there, the songs are all high tier songs. Like, could you pick stuff from a bunch of albums that I like more than like each individual song? Yes, without a doubt. But I think like Future's albums are just so consistently like here. And of course, I mean, recently he had a stinker, in my opinion. But for the most part, like for our generation, Future has been putting out great mixtapes, great albums, and it's just none of them are breaking that like top 5 threshold. And I know people disagree with me on that, but it is what it is. I don't have any Future album top 5. I got as of now, Good Kid, Mad City 5, Birth in the Trap is right there, peeking in at 6. That's what I'm doing. I'm probably gonna think of another album I need to put in there, but oh well.
And I disagree about the Future thing. And my problem is I now have 3 albums that I would like to put in my final 3, and I can't choose. I think my bottom, well, Is the life of Pablo better than Good Kid, Mad City?
No, no,
Is it? Is
uh,
it?
no.
Bro, the life of Pablo is low key a classic.
Man, it's not a top. It's probably not top three that Kanye's ever put out. Honestly, no, it's not. No, it's not.
Right behind, right behind graduation.
No, it's not better than My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and probably not better than what's it called? First one.
You better not say 808s and Heartbreak.
No, College Dropout.
Okay.
They don't good.
Okay. So if you making me leave the life, I think based on significance of the 2010s or whatever, like our generation, I think you have to put Good Kid, Mad City in there. So I'm now at 4. And my last two, I don't know whether to choose Dirty Sprite 2 or Hendrix. I think both are great choices.
I think they're both great albums. I just don't think they belong in this conversation. Dirty Sprite 2 is close. Dirty Sprite 2 is close. I don't think Hendrix is close. I love Hendrix.
I'm going Hendrix. Hendrix is my number 5.
Nah, man.
Hey, Damani, next time you in the car, turn on Hendrix and tell me how many skips there are on that album.
I'm just looking at like how many like stand away great songs there are. Coming Out Strong, great intro.
How many standout great songs are on 444?
The Story of OJ.
The life story of OJ, and what else?
The Story of OJ.
I don't know another song on that.
That's because you don't listen to Jay-Z though. But if we're talking about like standalone great song, like 444 is iconic in itself just because of like the reality that he's conveying in that. But that's more of a Jay fan thing. And what I'm saying is like if you're talking about like a Story of OJ level song on Hendrix, you don't have one.
You do.
What is it?
You definitely do. Give me
what
a
is?
second. I was just
There are
looking at it.
Bunch of good ones. Like I said, Come Strong is a great intro. Solo is a great song.
Use Me, Damage. Them songs that hit you in the heart. Like I want to drop a tear just thinking about it right now.
All right. No, that's terrible. That's a terrible way to think about things. I'm sorry that you feel that way because it's just not. No, that ain't it, man. That definitely.
No, I'm going Dirty Sprite too.
That makes more sense, but still, no. Yeah, I gotta leave that one out.
Ooh, I almost forgot somebody though. You know who I think I want to go Dark Sky Paradise or Dirty Sprite 2.
Hey, bro, I hang right now. I hang this joint up. Did you just put Big Sean album in the top 5?
Hey, bro.
Come on, man.
He might be up there, bro.
He's not. Big Sean, I'm not disrespecting his greatness or discounting his greatness, but there's no way. There's no way that you actually believe. That's horrible.
He top 10. No, he not top 5 though. Those are jokes. I knew you hated Big Sean.
I don't hate.
You do hate Big Sean.
No, I don't. Not at all.
You got mad at me because I was playing Big Sean one day in the car.
No, I got mad at you because the song was bad. That's what I did. Big Sean. I'm not saying Big Sean don't make great songs because he do.
Wait, let me 1 more second.
Oh, gee. All right,
what did Wale last one? Did Wale drop anything during that time?
Oh, Ambition. That's tough. Not top 5 though. Not top 5. I can't do it. Much as I love Wale, I can't make Ambition top 5. I love Ambition with all my heart.
Album About Nothing?
Album About Nothing is also. I don't think it's better than that.
5. Album About Nothing that's my 5th. I'm sorry, Future gone.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't hate it. I don't hate it just because I like my guy, so I can't hate it. It's not in my top five. He's kind of like Kanye thing. He's got a bunch of them that are just great. So I just don't think they're top five.
So run down your top five one last time, so everybody know.
Born Center, Take Care. I'll put it 3. 444. A Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Good City. In that order.
I'm surprised you didn't have 2014 on there, but all right. Mine is Nothing Was the Same.
Let me put it to you like this. If I was just making this list and this was a J. Cole podcast about J. Cole fans and I didn't care about the backlash that I would get for putting 2 J. Cole albums in there, I would do it. I would do it. Not gonna, but for the sake of just spreading the love, I'm going to act like 2014 is not in there, even though it is.
Okay.
You know, I forget it, bro. Hey, Good Kid, Mad City got to go. You brought it up. I wasn't gonna say nothing, but if I'm putting the albums in order, I'm going Born Center and then 2014 and then Take Care and then My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy and then 444 and then My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. That's me. That's mine. That's my list.
That's your final.
Okay. That's fine.
All right, and I got Nothing Was the Same. Take Care.
Take Care is 2. All right, Take Care is 2. That's disrespectful to Drake. Take Care is 2. 2014 is 3. Go ahead. I'm done. I'm talking.
Nothing Was the Same. Take Care. Born Center. Good Kid, Mad City. And I guess that album about nothing.
Okay. An interesting top 5 for you. It's a very interesting top 5. Didn't expect that. Didn't see that one coming.
And I still want to put The Life of Pablo in there, but I'm not.
No.
All right. Yeah, that's it for that.
Now, the question of the hour. The good transition to. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I have a contrarian opinion about this or not because I know some people hate the talking stage. I'm not one of those people. I'm definitely not one of those people. I'm a big proponent of the talking stage. I think it's perfect. No notes. A+. Where you at with it?
Where am I? I think it is good in moderation. I think it's like everything. As long as people don't abuse the system, it's A-okay. But the problem is...
Use the system.
You know exactly what I mean by people that abuse the system.
Elaborate.
So people, put it like this. If I want to... Drinking water is a great thing to do. But if I drink 3 gallons of water in 10 minutes, I will die. The same thing with the talking stage. What some people do, what you should do is talk and see if you want to date or not, and then date. What people do nowadays is they'll talk for 3 years. Somebody say, "Is that your girl?" Hey, well, it is what it is. And the problem is, people nowadays, men and women, they scared of commitment. People need to self-reflect.
Oh my God. Go ahead.
People just need to self-reflect and see, why are you talking to somebody for a year? But I think talking is great because you get to learn the person, see if y'all are compatible and things like that, and it's not a whole bunch of distractions. But some people use the talking stage. Some people use the talking stage as just, I'm roping this person in with me to where they can't do anything, they can't talk to anybody, but I'm still free because we technically not together.
Okay, well, I mean, obviously you're talking about different things. That's like abusing.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said when people abuse it.
Okay. All right, well, I guess I can see what you mean by that. But hear me out on this though, right? Hear me out on this. Humans are not good decision makers as creatures. All right, and this goes back. This goes back to the whole like. I don't even know if we talked about that on here, so I'm not even gonna. I'm not even gonna bring it up. But if you're talking about like taking your time and making the right decision, what's wrong with doing that? Like, what's wrong with that? It's not even necessarily keeping your options open. It's just saying, hey, let me. It's just a very, very like it's a test drive, but it's like you're not putting no mileage on the car. Nothing. It's perfect. Like it's
Oh, the
perfect.
miles still getting put on the car. Miles are still getting put on that car.
No, it's not miles getting put.
Okay, because just because you don't own it don't mean you're not driving it. You still leasing that vehicle. You putting your deposit in, you paying for gas, you doing this, you doing that. Miles getting put on that car. It might not be under your name yet, and you don't have to worry about all the issues, the oil changes, the annual maintenance and all that. You might not have to worry about all that. But you still putting gas in that car every day. You still running it up.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
taking that car to work.
Yes. Yes. Gas. We can talk. All right. Enough with the car stuff. We just it sounds like we actually talking about automobiles right now. So in terms of like what's the issue with it? Like if it's not, put it to you this way, if it's comfortable for y'all to like just, I hate using this word, for y'all to just like exist like in coherence with one another, then you just letting stuff be free, and it's just like free flowing, and stuff is forming, and then whatever happens from that, it ends up happening. But if you say, hey, we gotta be something, what are we, that type of stuff, well, I'm gonna get fried for that. That part, that's kind of forcing, you know what I'm saying? You're just kind of pushing on that. So why not just let life be life? You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I hear you about letting life be life. So how long do you just let life be life? Is
I
my
mean,
question.
I think I think you limiting the system and put a time limit on it. I think when the time is right, you decide to take whatever the subsequent step is.
Okay, well, let's take a step back. What do you consider the talking stage?
The talking stage, I think it's whatever. I put it to you this way. I think it's any stage where you like you feeling somebody else. You have like maybe not ultra significant, but they could be ultra significant. That's what I'm saying. I don't think you can put like a feeling limit on it. I think like minimum feelings to like even maximum feelings for a person, but y'all just not like from like a titular standpoint, like
Can you
itemized.
talk to more? Can you talk to multiple people at once,
It is
or is that
possible.
wrong? Is that wrong?
Um, I mean, I don't know about wrong. I mean, it just depends. I think put it to you this way. I think if you were like actually singularly interested in a single person, then yes. But I think sometimes like people get like lost in I'd say differences of like evaluations of what things are. Because some people would think, all right, we locked in, just me and said person, and then the other person, like, I'm just keeping my options open. So I think that's got to be communicated. I think that's got to be communicated. But there's a good thing about the talking stage. If I'm in one place and you in another, cool. We just go, we just do whatever.
But the problem comes along when pe- people they've been talking for so long, and then they want something to confirm what they are. And one person is like, "Hey, why not? Why not? Why do something different? Don't if it ain't broke, don't fix it." The other person like, it may not be broken, but I need this for reassurance. How do you balance that?
See, that goes back to like knowing, I'd say, what the balance is. Because if somebody need that, then that's gotta. And I think need is an interesting way to put that, because if there's ways to like balance it out to where, hey, I'm doing whatever, so that we locked in, but I just don't whatever. I think like
On the
that.
title.
Possibly, yeah. But I'm saying like that balance, you got to find that balance. And if you with somebody that you can't like strike that balance with, then you just gotta find either common ground or different grounds to stand on. Ooh, that's a bar. You heard that?
No,
You got to find common ground, or you got to find different grounds to stand on.
that sounds like something Jay-Z would say. That's probably why I don't like it.
Yeah,
Make that your next Instagram caption.
I
See
said
what
something.
happens. So, do you think the talking? So, you agree with the talking stage?
Very much so.
It's a
Very much.
great thing. It's a great thing for because I don't think they used to do this back in the old days.
Let me tell you something.
It
Let me
was
tell you
either
this. Let me tell you something about the old days, right? People found people and stayed longer than they should. That's what happened in the old days because they wanted to get married after 2 months. Not everybody was gotten married too early. I'm not. Let me shut up. All right. If put it to you like this. Put it to you like this, man. I got stuff. I'm right next to my closet right now. I got stuff in my closet. When I went to the store, when I first looked at it, I was like, "Hey, this is it. This is the one right here. I'm shutting it down with this. I'm shutting it down with this." 3 months later, I open my closet and I look at that and I say, "What was I thinking when I decided to spend money on this atrocious piece of clothing?" So if I can do that about a shirt, you know how wrong I could be about a person?
y'all can break up. It's like
Yeah.
you can donate a shirt.
But then you in a who gets the family Bible situation. I don't know. It's smaller than divorce, but there's still like that's a bigger thing than just mutually parting ways.
But can't you mutually part ways in a relationship just like you do if y'all are talking?
Yeah,
I
but
don't see
then
any difference.
I'm saying then you got more to deal with, and you got people asking, "Hey, you with what's the name? Oh no, what happened? All that other stuff. That's just that comes with expectations.
Isn't it the same thing if they see y'all talking, y'all always together? Oh, you still with what's her name? They don't have to say it's your girlfriend or boyfriend. Ain't
Not
it the
necessarily,
same?
not necessarily because there's a different amount of pressure that comes with it. Different amount of
Isn't
expectation.
that not really though? Okay, so you don't want to put any time limit on the talking stage, so people can talk for 10 years, or is that too long?
No, if it ain't broke, why fix it, Byron? That's my question. If it ain't broken, why would you fix it?
Jamar, you know that is insane.
Nah, man. I'm telling you right now. That
No,
no,
no. To talk, okay, not date, but just to be in a talking stage for 10 years is okay.
I'm not saying that it's my choice, but I'm just saying in terms of is it okay? Yeah, it's okay.
Damani, seek therapy. Seek it. You need to go hire a therapist tonight.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Listen,
No, bro.
you think you putting too
Yo,
many on your life and on everybody else's life. I'm not gonna put limits on everybody else's life. If you want to talk for 10, 20, and or 30 years, you should be able to talk for 30 years.
Damani, put it like this. Say y'all had a kid at the beginning of the talking stage.
But then there's
That
different.
kid, wait. That kid is almost halfway to being an adult, and y'all are still talking. Y'all not even boyfriend girlfriend, and y'all been together this whole time. You know how insane that is.
So in terms of what, first and foremost, you didn't say anything about like external, responsibilities, which also has to be taken into account, I think. But
I'm
in,
just I'm just talking about a kid going through being an infant to a toddler to going through like the terrible twos to being almost a pre adolescent to almost a teenager. Look at
that's
all
what
those stages.
that's what I'm
They,
saying. Go ahead.
and so I'm saying you got to do the same thing with the talking stage. You got to go through the introductory stage where you get to meet each other. That's the infancy stage. You got to go through your little terrible twos after about 2 or 3 weeks a month.
Hmm.
3 months in, 4 months in, you got to start figuring out is this the person or not? Do I want to be with this person long term?
All right. And that's, you said you got to. You don't have to do nothing. That's what I'm saying. Society has imposed these thoughts upon you, and you have accepted them without question. Why? That's what happened. That's what happened.
So, okay, Damani. Society has told you that you shouldn't drink milk after a month after it's expired. Do you accept that?
Yeah, because it makes sense.
So, not to waste somebody's time for 10 years doesn't make sense to you?
Why is it wasting time, Brian? Why is it wasting time? Do you think you waste your time playing video? Do you waste your time playing video
It,
games?
yeah, technically, yeah.
No, I don't think I waste my time playing video games because I enjoy it. That ride that I took to Missouri with three of my friends, I enjoyed it. So I did not waste no time. I didn't waste no money. That's what we've been talking about for a while.
What ride you talking about? What ride you talking about?
When
You
I
said
took
you never went on a ride to Missouri.
No, I did take a ride. It wasn't all the way to Missouri. It was just close. But I'm just saying like the ride,
Like three friends? Three friends?
hmm the ride that I took with my
That
three friends.
sounds that sounds eerily similar to another story somebody was talking about. I want to say, but
Yeah,
maybe I'm wrong.
no, they exaggerate, because they be trying to be funny. They be talking about kidnapping and all that other stuff and something about donuts. But hey, that's on another podcast for another time. I'll tag that one down in the thing if y'all want to go listen. But that incident was fun and I enjoyed myself. So, and it doesn't have to be quote unquote fun in terms of a talking stage, but if you're doing what you want to do, you're not wasting your time. Easy. Easiest way to think
So, do
about it.
you agree? Do you agree with the quote? If you are not getting better, you're getting worse.
Yes, 100%.
So, if the relationship, so do you believe the relationship is continuing to get better, even though y'all aren't dating,
At 100%.
or because I see it as being stagnant. At some point, it has to become stagnant if you aren't progressing to the next stage.
Okay, so what do you progress to from marriage? Super
Debt,
marriage?
debt.
Not progress. That's not progress.
How? How's that not progress?
That's not
Till
progress.
death do us part. You
But you're
saying
making
if you can be married for,
you're making my point for me. You're saying that like from a titular standpoint, you can't like
you're at the
it.
pinnacle. Marriage is the pinnacle.
That makes more sense. Now you're making more sense. But what I'm saying is, what can we not like as a in terms of like bonding? Um, Because obviously, I mean, you have like familial stuff that you can't do. You got like kids and all the other stuff. But like, what from a bonding, getting to know each other, enjoying each other's company, what about not being like a titled pair does anything for that?
I just believe it moves you to the next step. Like you see it from a relation. Because okay, are you cool with someone going from the talking stage directly into marriage?
Yeah, if that's what that look, if
That
that's
Damani,
what
that is
works,
insane.
how is that
Stop
insane?
it.
How is that insane?
All right, bro. So you saying basically someone can go from junior high football to playing in the NFL?
I'm saying the title is not important. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, bro. I don't think the talking stage should exist. Go on 4 dates. If you can't figure out if you want to date them after 4 dates, it should be over with.
Yeah, I think that's ridiculous, man. You're putting unimposed like sanctions on yourself. 'Cause like I said, like the same thing can happen with the shirt. You can like them after 4 days and think, oh no, this ain't it. And now,
Yeah, then you break up. Then y'all break up.
yeah, but I mean, you didn't have to get to that level of like commitment in the first place. But to each their own.
Do we
And
need to
this,
break this down further about you? Is the thing I'm getting out of this conversation?
I don't think we need to break anything down about me, man. I think
Because I think I figure out I have figured out why you feel this way. I think it goes back to a previously discussed topic that we had earlier.
Please enlighten me.
Similar to the marriage thing, how you talking about marriage, people get divorced, this and that, blah blah blah. There's no reason to
Mhm.
rush.
Yep.
It seems like with all of these things, when it comes to like a next step in a relation, from a relationship standpoint, you don't agree with societal standards of pushing things along, whether it's
Yes.
with marriage, whether it's
Yes.
with relationships,
Yes.
and you want basically. It seems like you always come back to freedom, the freedom of it, to where if we
Not even.
don't ever make it super duper, no, it seems like you say if we don't make it super serious, we can just part ways easily.
I mean, that's part
Whether
of.
than
I like,
commit, whether
bro.
than putting your whole heart into the relationship
That's not
to
putting
see
your
what
whole.
happens.
That's
Be
lock.
vulnerable, Damani.
That's locking it down. Put it to you this way: like like we're talking about the same room. You're talking about like the level of security for the room. So you're talking about like putting a padlock and one of them, like one of the like eyeball sensors and all the stuff that you buy movie. I'm just saying the room stays the same. So if you're not working on the room, it's not gonna matter what type of lock you got on it. I'm killing it. I'm killing it with the analogies today. I really am. I had the ground thing, and now this. Hey, this. Just go ahead and put this in a
You
museum.
so you basically just worry about somebody cheating on
No, that's not. All right, see, now you've taken like a Dr. Phil leap, and you are landing on 0 ground. But that don't even make sense. No, what I'm saying is, if you have something that's good, right, and you say, "Oh, now I want to change it," why would you do that? Like, what sense does that make? If it's a natural step, then yes, but you can't just let like, oh, so this happened, so now I'm supposed to do this. And a lot of people they
you.
get messed up. A lot of people it turns out great. A lot of people it turns out great. But what I'm saying is we just don't have to take like you can progress naturally rather than taking society says I'm supposed to do this and now I do this. Culturally I'm supposed to do this, now I gotta do this. No, it's not gonna be like that.
Hey, so I hear what you're saying. You're saying you don't have to do anything,
Pretty much, yeah.
but the problem is you are ignoring some of the things about just like the natural leaps in relationships. In
Natural
my
to
opinion, to everybody, just because you don't agree with it, don't mean everybody else agree with it.
okay, so like I said,
Everybody else agrees between you meet each other. Eventually, y'all start talking. You get you then start to date. Eventually, you may break up here and there. You get engaged. You get married. Y'all die or divorce.
okay.
That's the natural progression of a relationship.
So when you're
What
talking
you're saying is
natural.
you meet, you meet, you talk, you talk, you talk, you talk.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you do what's natural, you don't do what's expected. That's what I'm saying. Because if we're talking about natural, then I don't have any peripheral vision as to what other people are doing. I'm doing what feels correct with me and said other person that's in like this situation with me. But what happens is people start looking out peripherally. That's what you do because you say, "Hey, this is this is what we're supposed to do. So now let's go ahead and take these set ironclad steps to see if we can get there." No, you can take your own steps. You can take steps that are totally unique to you or the same steps that everybody else take, but it's a natural progression. I think when you're talking
Okay,
about natural progression and then you then impose rules on it, then why can't you just let it be natural?
that's okay. Natural to a normal person. We're not about to play around with all these ifs and buts and these hypothetical people. For most normal people, you should be able to make up your decision whether you want to be with somebody. It doesn't have to be for the rest of your life, but at least for the foreseeable future with that person within 6 months.
Okay, so when you're talking about the progression for most normal people, so what's the divorce rate in the U.S. right now? Pretty
I
high,
don't
ain't it?
know.
Pretty
I
high,
don't know.
pretty
What
high.
about in India? What about in
Think
India?
you think they're taking a natural progression?
What
Their
about
culture,
India?
they're culturally different than us in a lot of ways, and I could get into those ways, but we don't have a lot of time on this podcast.
Get into them, this as you can.
But can you hear me out on this? What I'm saying is, if you have a natural progression that is leading to, I'd say, unintended consequences. I don't think anybody wants to get divorced. I'm not saying that divorce is the end of the world. Like, let's not act like this is just a horrible thing that happens. People get married, people get divorced. It happens. But what I'm saying, like, if you're looking at a bunch of unintended consequences, how many of those were because people were taking that natural progression that you're talking about, but it wasn't so natural? And I'm not saying that's all of them. Obviously, that's
Some of them rushed it. Yeah, I'm not saying all of them. I'm not saying some of them. I'm saying, but a good majority of them they get married too young. There's
so.
also mental health problems that pop up in relationships, and then that also causes divorce. There's financial struggles that cause divorce. A lot of different things,
There's
and
some
it's
people
not based on the natural progression. It's some people that just end up not being fit for each other, and they rushed it.
that just
They
grow up.
should have. Yeah.
But what you're talking
See,
about,
there's a lot of things.
but what you're talking about as a natural progression, I just don't see. I don't see how you can limit a natural progression if, like, the process works out so differently for so many people. Because we know people get married and stay together for like 80 years, and there are people that just it doesn't work like that. So if the process is natural, why does it go in so many different directions for so many people?
Because it's still what I'm saying is the average person.
Byron, like, so let me
You
try to.
stretch and saying it for different people. I'm talking about the median person in America. It should work this way. Some people it can be quicker. Some people it can be longer. But I'm saying for a normal individual, if you feel you're normal, you better use my timeline. If you're not normal, you can play with it a little bit. But at the end of the day, if we're on a bell curve, 6 months is normal. It should never get to 10 years. I
Byron,
don't care in what type of situation you are talking about. The standard deviation based on this relationship should never get to 10 years. And you said 10 years is okay. I say
Byron,
that's absolutely wrong.
if I went into a shoe store and they said, "What's your size?" and I was just like, you know what, just go ahead and give me the median size that you distribute at this store. I don't care. I can see that I have a size 13 foot. Yes, I'm looking down at a size 13 foot. I want the median size that you have because I'm a normal person. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Sometimes.
No, that don't make no sense though. You're talking about things that just don't fit. They don't fit. If I'm going to a restaurant and I don't know what level of spice I want, then I can aim for the median there. We're talking about numbers, there's a lot of times where the median makes sense. In terms of your specific circumstance, it's like a shoe size. It just doesn't make sense for you to go straight in line with what the average person does. That don't make no sense. That makes no
I
sense.
disagree. I completely disagree with that. I think that okay, put it like this. If I shoot I think it's like shooting basketball. If I'm shooting 100 shots on Tuesday, I may hit 50 shots on the dot. And in this situation,
So,
that would be in one relationship with a person. If
can I
I'm
pause?
with another relationship with a person, I may hit 75. I may hit 25. But at the end of the day, if every single American person in the country, well, clearly it's in the country, I said America, if they all shot 100 shots, there would be a median, and there would be a standard deviation based on some of them. For the most part, nobody gonna hit it at zero. Everybody gonna be able to at least hit one or two shots. For the most part, nobody's really gonna hit 100 shots. And I'm saying it's the same thing with talking stages. There may be some variation, but majority of the people are gonna fall in line at the median, which I'm just gonna say in this situation would be 50. And so the median for relationship for a talking stage should be about 6 months. Sometimes it may get up to 9 months, 10 months, but that's not normal. Just
Oh,
like meeting someone a day and then getting into a relationship with them is not normal.
oh, okay. So let me ask you this. So if we're talking about median, right? So if I expect, and I'm going to use your basketball analogy because you really set me up here. If I take my mother who doesn't just doesn't know her way around the basketball court, right? And I take Steph Curry and I put them both on the court, and I tell them to shoot 100 shots, and I'm expecting them to both make the same one, and I'm saying, but just aim for the median, both of you. Does that make any sense? Or do their individual circumstances take them to very different ends of the spectrum?
No, in that situation, you clearly know that Steph Curry is the most advanced person in the world, so he can do it. He can do it at an
Okay.
exceptional rate.
Okay. So yeah. So if you're talking about individual circumstances, then it doesn't make sense for them to shoot for the median. Is that what you're saying?
Your mom should shoot for the median.
My mom's not gonna make 50 shots.
Okay.
That just doesn't make any sense. As somebody that doesn't shoot, has probably shot less than 200 shots in her life. That doesn't make sense for her to shoot for. As somebody that shoots on a daily basis and makes every open three that he looks at in practice, it doesn't make sense for Steph to shoot for the median. And there are a bunch of people that are at 75 and at 25, and there are a couple of people that are at the median. But their individual circumstances tell them what they should shoot for. You're making my point.
Thank you, Damani. No, you're making my point because at the end of the day, you just talked about two people at opposite ends of the spectrum. In my situation, what I'm talking about is the average person. Steph Curry's not the average shooter, is he? Is Steph Curry the average shooter? No, he is not.
No, he's
is
not
your
that.
mom the average shooter?
No,
she is not. You are talking about people on the extreme ends of the spectrum or the bell curve, however you want to put it. I'm talking about the average individual.
Okay, so what if I could do this? What if I could do this, Byron? So when they invented shoes, I'm gonna give you just a big blanket overview of what happened. All right, I'm a historian. So when they invented shoes, one guy walked up to another guy. He said, "What's that?" He was like, "This is a shoe." He said, "Are you gonna make it the same size for everybody?" He said, "No, I'm gonna base it on individuals, and I'm gonna make different lengths." He was like, "You know what? That's a great idea because I understand that people can be at very opposite ends of the spectrum. I understand that." I understand that. There was another guy that was trying to make shoes, and he said, "Nah, man. Everybody can figure it off the median. If you're an average guy, take this shoe." You know which one of those people made more money?
Who?
I can tell you which one. The one that recognized that
Whoever made flip flops.
you can have a median shoe, you can have a large shoe, you can have a little shoe, you can have a bunch of them, but it doesn't make sense to tell everybody to shoot for a 7.5. That just doesn't make sense. That just does not make sense. If you have it to account for individual circumstances, then why would you say everybody should shoot for the median? That doesn't make sense.
You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, now let's put it as like this. We can keep going with the shoe example, and we can go in circles with this. Because at the end of the day, let's look at Nike. How many size 17 shoes do they make? How many size 10.5 shoes do they make? Is there a big difference between how many they make?
Do they make the 17s? Do they make the... Okay,
yeah.
So put it to you this way. If the median was the only thing that mattered, why would they make the 17s? Why does Colton walk around with shoes every day? Because they know that he is going to pay $150 for shoes just like the guy who wears the size 10. So they make the 17 and give Colton the shoes because Colton gives them money. They account for individual circumstances because they know it doesn't make sense to just shoot for the median. It doesn't make sense.
The money, and I hear what you're saying, but I'm saying you're not going to make the same amount of size 10.5 as you're going to make it 17. And that's what I'm saying with relationships.
How does
For
that...
the most part, because I'm saying majority of people should fall in line with the 6 months.
Okay.
Every once in a while, you got some Coltons, you got some Steph Currys.
Okay.
You have some abnormal people that don't fit into the median and the average person category. In those situations, you do what you need to do, but it should never be 10 years.
We've been talking about this too long. I'm gonna say this, and I'm
gonna make a size 44 shoe. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna say this.
Wearing a size 44.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna let you rebut it, and then we'll close. Right? If the median was the only thing that mattered, they would not make the size 17 shoe. If people in the median want a median shoe, they make those. They very much do, and that's what I said. If your individual circumstances say a 6 month progression is cool for you, cool, but just let that be natural. But if you're on either end of the spectrum and you're not in the median, the great thing about it is that there is an entire spectrum that you can exist in any end of. You can exist anywhere on it. So it doesn't make sense to pigeonhole everybody into the middle, into the median, when you can have a median and you can have the spectrum. It doesn't make sense. It makes zero sense to do that. And that fits with the shoes. That fits with the basketball. It fits with every explanation that you've given. Go ahead.
I'm put it like this in a little bit more simple terms. It makes no sense in these situations to focus on the exception. When majority of the people, 80% of the people, 85% of the people are going to fall into one category to where this is how they go about relationship. It's no reason. Sure, that some people may fit outside of this and they need to do what they need to do. It's no reason to focus the entire argument on the exception. I say focus on the majority of the people. You got to do what's best for everybody. And what's best for everybody is about 6 months. It should never get to 10 years. In rare situations, in very rare, maybe the 0.000000001% may need to talk for 10 years.
Okay, this last thing. I'm sorry.
You said you were done. You said you were done, man.
I got to ask this question. What in my example provides a negative to people within the median? What in my example provides any negative to people that are on the median that you're talking about?
Because the people that are in the median, if they hear what you're saying, they might, I never have to do anything in a relationship. I can just keep talking forever. And that is unreasonable. And that is completely unreasonable.
Let me get this straight. So these people that have significant others that they love and care for, right? They're going to hear what I say and understand, because I'm going to put all these feelings to the side and continue to talk to them. I'm not going to do what's in my natural progression. I'm going to do something unnatural. What I'm saying is everybody should follow their own natural progression. That's what I'm saying. And you're saying that people should pigeonhole themselves. But that's, if that's genuinely what you believe, man, you got it. If you think
what you're saying is,
you think that people within the median will hear what I'm saying and no longer be within the median, then me, Phil Knight, everybody that makes shoes, we got it all wrong. Because I've never seen somebody that wears a size 10 walk into a shoe store and pick up a size 17 because they've seen it being sold. I've never seen that before in my life.
I have. I used to buy too big shoes. Thinking one day I'll grow into them.
Oh, yeah. On that note, I'm glad we only did 2 topics. On that note, we are out of here. I appreciate y'all for sticking with. If you stuck with this conversation, you are a true fan. We very much appreciate you. Coming back with more content. I will still be on the phone for a little while until this internet gets set up. But we are committed to this. We are committed to y'all. We will be back with more content soon. Byron, you got anything else for people?
We appreciate y'all. And don't forget to let Damani know. Give him his flowers while you're here, man. You never know.
My man KT is playing us out. We're out of here. Peace.
When that pressure get applied, is you gon' pass or you gon' shoot? I stood tall. When you make it through the struggle and the pain, do you get your umbrella off the chance that it might rain? I stood tall. Ooh, I stood tall. Ooh, I stood tall. Ooh, you could try to count me out, but you ain't gon' ever hold me down. When I see my people going through it, I put the blame on me. And I see my homie lose his mind, but I gave him his first taste of lean. I ain't gon' lie, that really hurt me, but I had to close the curtains. And one thing I learned on Lion King is everybody gotta eat. Never tell a party, let me get a whole piece. And nah, little homie, can't get that from me. You play football, you got a bright future, you supposed to see you on the TV. And I said, that's true, and I'm gon' do it, but I really gotta make something happen. And I probably could've asked my family for something, but instead I started hitting licks with daddy. I ain't gon' lie, that turned me to a savage. Really living life like a bandit. And then Murph told me, keep your head on, man, don't do nothing reckless. But now I'm older now, I'm a grown man. Go to church every Sunday, I'm a praying man. You ain't gonna never see me fall, I'm always standing. One thing I do is stick to the plan. When you make it through the struggle.